All right, after we get done cleaning, one of the things we're going to look at is like how much of a mess do we have? If I look at this wall, it's an old wall, and there's like half-inch gap here. Uh-oh. And there's a gap here. If I go up here, it's like 1/4 inch, and it's here. And there's a giant bow right here. Now, I mean, if it were like 2 inches or so, that would be an indication of structural problems, and we'd really want to like consult a professional on that, unless you happen to be a professional. I happen to know what happened with this wall is it's just 3 different layers of remodels. Because I have the backside open on the backside. I'm not going to show you because I don't run a video production company. But what has happened is this is a substance called rock lath. There's a 1/4 inch of gypsum on the back, about half-inch of a cementatious type substance, and paper on both sides. It is impervious. You can throw a linebacker into this and it won't break. It requires a carbide blade to cut through the front of it, but the backside will spall out if it's hit hard enough. Um, I like to call it suicide drywall because you will contemplate it after dealing with it if you haven't dealt with it. If you have this in your house, the best thing to do is, first of all, don't touch it until you test it for asbestos. I know there's no asbestos in there. Second thing is you find out where the stud is, where the seam is, very carefully. Cut along the seam, take a hammer, rip it all out, shim drywall in, and replace it because it's not worth dealing with. Now, I'm going to deal with this bow because I know that it's not structural and I know what's going behind there. And so I've got that half-inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it like all the way out, and I've made a mark like a foot this way. I'm going to take it all the way out back here. I'm going to float it out to create the illusion that this wall is flat. This is also the only place a bed can go, so almost no one's going to notice this. They're going to think it's beautiful. If you really notice, you'll notice it. So now we know what a hole we're in and how we're going to get out of it. Good. The second thing we're going to do, um, well, the next thing we're going to do, I don't know where my numbers are at. I have light coming from the side here. I just have a shop light. That's all I need because I've been doing this for a while. You always want drywall to be side lit in at least one direction, preferably two. You can get these LED shop lights that stand up on poles or little stands. Put them right against the wall because what happens, the classic mistake is people will light this out here in front and they'll be like, I did a great job. Well, flat lighting from the front or from like above in the center of the room makes everything look perfect. You can have like almost a half-inch dip in this drywall and it won't show up. It'll just flatten out. And the instant light, like a sunlight comes in from the side or you open a door, all of a sudden you see every flaw in it, right? Which you could have fixed while you were doing it. So put side lighting in it and always have that side lighting on and turn off the main light, and it'll make your life a lot simpler. So I have a little side light and little side light, and for me, that's enough to see every flaw in the system because I'm me. I suggest the pole lights. They're really cheap. You can pick them up at Home Depot or honestly Harbor Freight for like nothing. So we're going to do this. I'm going to sit there, and next, we're going to talk about our basic tools, and then we'll shoot a real quick one and show you demystify mud. To be honest, there's only one mud you need, and we're going to show you how to mix it up and prevent the classic mistake that everybody makes with drywall mud. And then they wonder why drywall mud is torturing them and how people do what they do with it. And the answer is really simple.